day, Trailblazers! Welcome to Angop News. I am Judy Ni Alcaraz.
And I am Apple Ongayo. Today, we have an intriguing topic for you that revolves around the culinary world. Have you ever wondered how the endpoint of sugar concentrate is determined in cooking? Well, wonder no more. We have all the details for you.
When it comes to cooking sugar concentrates like drums and jellies, determining the endpoint is crucial to achieve the desired consistency.
Absolutely, Judy May. The endpoint refers to the point at which the desired consistency of jams and jellies is attained. This is often determined by reaching the finishing temperature, which is the highest temperature desired for making sugar concentrates.
Now, let's hear from our reporters who will take us through the different tests used to determine the cooking endpoint.
Thank you, Judy May. One of the methods used to determine the endpoint is the thermometer test. A thermometer is used to measure the temperature of the jelly or jam. It is dipped into the mixture both before and after cooking to ensure accurate readings. This test provides precision in achieving the perfect consistency of sugar concentrates. Back to studio.
Thank you, Ms. Aume. The thermometer test is undoubtedly helpful to reach accurate results.
Another test used to determine the cooking endpoint is the spoon, sheet, or fleck test. Let's hear more about this from Ms. Timpahan.
Thank you, Judy May. In this test, a boiling spoon is dipped into the boiling mixture. After allowing the mixture to cool silently, it is spun out in a tilting position, allowing the syrup to run down the side. This test has become popular among chefs to obtain the perfect texture and consistency of sugar concentrates. Back to studio.
Thank you, Ms. Timpahan. The spoon, sheet, or fleck test is indeed a reliable way to attain ideal jam or jelly consistency.
Let's hear another informative report from Mr. Jamar Lagata. Jamar?
Thank you, Apple. The cold water test is another method to determine the endpoint. A small amount of the syrup is poured into a saucer filled with water. The last few drops from the spoons are allowed to fall into water. This test is cost-effective and convenient to perform, especially for small business and households.
Thank you, Mr. Lagata. The cold water test seems to be a simple yet practical way to determine the endpoint.
Another test should be used in determining the cooking endpoint of sugar concentrates will be reported by Ms. Via. Via?
Thank you, Ms. Judy May. Another useful test that chefs often use to assess the endpoint is the refrigerator test. A small amount of boiling jelly is placed on a cold metal plate and is stored in the freezer for a few minutes. After taking it out, if the jelly forms gel, it is considered that this test is effective in attaining the desired consistency of sugar concentrates.
Thank you, Ms. Via. The refrigerator's test seems to be a more precise method to ensure ideal consistency in sugar concentrates.
And now, let's hear the last report for the test used in determining the cooking endpoint of sugar concentrate by Ms. Teresa Balasi. Teresa?
Thank you, Miss Apple. Lastly, the refractometer test is commonly used in making jellies, jams, marmalades, and preserves. A refractometer is a device that measures the sugar content in the mixture. This test involves allowing the sample to cool to room temperature before placing it over the refractometer prism for a reading. This test can provide accuracy and consistency in the sugar content of the preserves. Back to studio.
Thank you, Ms. Teresa. The refractometer test appears to provide a more advanced and scientific way to attain ideal consistency in sugar concentrates.
There you have it, Trailblazers. This test gives us insights into the meticulous process and rigorous standard chef and home cooks apply to deliver the perfect jams and jellies.
Indeed, Judy May, whether it's a thermometer, spoon, or refractometer, knowing how to determine the endpoint in cooking sugar concentrates is vital to attaining the perfect texture and flavor.
So since we already know the different tests used to determine the cooking endpoint, let's now proceed on another important aspect of culinary industry, the production report for sugar concentrates.
In creating sugar concentrates such as jams and jellies, it is essential to keep track of the production input and output to ensure yield efficiency.
You're absolutely right, Apple, and that's where the production report comes in. Our reporters will take us through the significance of this document in the production process.
Right, partner? So let's hear from the report of Miss Angel Lagata. Miss Angel, take it away.
Thank you, Apple. Documentation is a critical aspect of any production process, including sugar concentrates. The production report serves as a systematic procedure of keeping a record for reference and analysis.
That's an interesting point, Miss Lagata. Can you explain more about the input and output terms in a production report?
Certainly, Apple. The input refers to the weight of materials after deducting the spoiled, filled, etc. The output, on the other hand, is the weight of all the materials used in making sugar concentration. The relationship between input and output is important in calculating yield efficiency.
That's insightful, Ms. Lagata. Can you elaborate on the significance of yield efficiency, especially in a business setting?
Yes, Judy May. Yield efficiency is the number of finished products produced after computing the production input and output. This metric is critical in ensuring profitability and productivity in business operation.
Thank you for clarifying that, Ms. Lagata. Another crucial aspect of the production report is its purpose in tracking the production process. Ms. Almera, can you tell us more about this?
Sure, Apple. The production report serves as a written record showing the input-output relationship as well as the methods and procedures applied throughout the production process.
That's a great point, Ms. Almera. Can you give us a specific example of how a production report is used in the sugar concentrates industry?
Absolutely, Judimi. A production report can help producers identify areas of improvement in the production process. For instance, if a report reveals a low yield efficiency, producers can analyze the process and pinpoint where adjustments need to be made to improve this metric.
Thank you, Ms. Almera. Ms. Nisley, can you share with us the consequences of not keeping a production report in the sugar concentrates industry?
Certainly, Apple. A lack of documentation through a production report can lead to poor quality products, difficulty in tracking productions, and even legal issues in some cases.
Thank you, Ms. Nestle. Those are important points to consider. Lastly, Ms. Jessa, can you tell us about the process of creating a production report?
Of course, Judy May. The first step in creating a product report is record the input and the output weight of the materials used in production process. And then, these figures are calculated to determine the yield and efficiency. Finally, the methods and procedures conducted during the production process are documented.
Thank you, Ms. Jessa, for that informative explanation. It's clear how vital it is to document the production process and keep a record of the input and output relationship through a production report.
Absolutely, Apple. From yield efficiency to tracking the production process, a production report serves many purposes in the sugar concentrate industry.
Join us again next time for more exciting and informative segments on Ungroup News. I'm Apple.
And I'm Judy Mee. Thank you for watching Trailblazers.